you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. I'm so excited to be filming right now because it's been 2.5 weeks, probably almost 3 weeks. I was super sick and it's right in the middle of prom season. So I'm constantly doing hair and makeup, cleaning my brushes, sleeping, trying to fit in a meal somewhere in between all of that. Now, I've been super inspired by Desi Perkins lately. I really have been loving every single look that she's been doing, but one that really stuck out to me is that black smoky eye girl. I've worn it 2 or 3 times before I have sat down and even thought about doing this, but I want to recreate her smoky eye that she did on myself because I'm a lot more pale than she is. She has beautiful tan skin, and I just want to see how it translates on camera for somebody that has super pale skin and really, really blonde hair rather than somebody with a little bit darker hair, caramelly tones, and really warm tan skin. Without further ado, I'm just going to jump into it. I'm going to go ahead and put my moisturizer on and chug this whole glass of cranberry juice because I'm thirsty. I just got these new extensions and they are so big. I have to put my hair up while I'm doing my makeup or it literally suffocates me. I feel like I'm like choking. That's a good look. Okay, first things first, I went ahead and primed my eyes with some concealer. This is just L'Oreal True Match, and I used a beauty blender to blend it out. I haven't really found a good eye primer yet, so I don't use an eye primer. I just put some concealer on and then put a eyeshadow on that's really close to my skin tone. I'm just gonna go into this Morphe palette. It's one of the little pro palettes. A little square ones. I'm gonna grab like the lightest shade and then mix it in with this ColourPop shade called Full Zip. And then I'm just going to dust it all around the eyes. I am going to use super, super warm transition colors. I feel like on pale skin you need really warm transition colors to kind of warm up the face. So I use really warm shades in my crease and to blend everything out because I want my face to be warmed up and I don't want the smoky eye to look gray. Next, I'm gonna go in with a super, super warm shade, and it is Chickadee by Makeup Geek. I'm gonna put this right in the crease. And it's okay if some eyeshadow gets on the lower lid part because we're literally gonna cover that up with black, so don't stress about that. I'm not gonna pack this like too far up the eye, like too far above the crease, because I don't want my smoky eye to be like all the way up to my eyebrow. I want it to be like almost tightly packed into my eye, and then the warm shades will be brought out a little bit more. Just pull it out so when I go back over with a makeup wipe, I'm not trying to get super close to my eye and I won't mess anything else up. Alright, next I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to go in with another warm color. And that's already starting to warm up this crease and define it. This step is so, so important if you want to have a really blended look. If you just go in straight up with black, I mean, you can do that by all means if that works for you. But for me, if I don't lay these colors down and blend the black that I'm using into these shades, it just looks like a muddy, gray, ashy mess. And again, I'm just going to drag this out to the corner. I'm not dragging up, I'm dragging out this way. And it's going to come down a little bit right here, but we're going to clean that up with a makeup wipe. I'm going to grab another brush, a clean one. This is a Real Techniques brush. Oh, a 203 brush by Real Techniques. And I'm going to go in with a really, really dark brown shade. And this is the one cool tone shade I'm going to be using. It's just super like, oh my god, where is this camera? It's super gray looking, and but it's brown at the same time, and this is going to be our base to lay everything else down. Some people use eyeliner pencils, but I'm just not that good at blending, to be honest with you. I'm kind of just tapping this on and then doing like a little swipe. And you're going to go right up to the crease line. And if you don't have a crease, you can always make one. After all the gray cool tone shadow is packed on, I'm going to go ahead and go in with the black. Now this is probably really scary for some of you, but It's really not that bad, and it's makeup, it's gonna wipe off. If you get fallout, take a baby wipe or a makeup wipe and just wipe it all away. So I'm tapping into, I believe this is Corrupt by Makeup Geek. Yes, Corrupt. I loaded this brush with black, and this is technically a concealer brush by Sigma, but I find that this really gets the pigment on your lid and it doesn't shear it out at all. Now I'm going to take the same brush that we used Chickadee and all those warm colors on, and I'm just going to use that without any additional product, and I'm going to blend the line right here. You know, you see that solid line. We're going to blend all of that out. And I'm just going to take windshield wiper motions and also like little circular motions and just buff this until your heart is content. This can get a little messy, but just remember that you can always clean everything up afterwards, and you can pack more black on if it starts to shear out. But already you can tell that that is so, so much better. And you can switch brushes too if this gets a little too dirty, but I'm just gonna dip into a little bit of Chickadee to keep it even. So it looks super harsh right now, but we're gonna do eyeliner, we're gonna put lashes on, we're gonna do our foundation. They're trying me today. Let's go ahead and get this guy blended out, and then we're going to move on to the next step, which is eyeliner. Okay, so I went ahead and took a makeup wipe and wiped off some of the fallout underneath this eye, and I just wanted to compare and show you guys that it's definitely way different, and it cleans the whole look up as soon as you clean it up. So I'm going to go ahead and do this eye. You can get any fallout that went on your nose or the inner corners of your eyes. We've got our black eye on, and now we're going to do some eyeliner. This step is totally not necessary, but I feel like personally when you do black eyeliner, it really, really sharpens up the outer corner, and it gives you a little bit more definition, so everything looks like it has a purpose and there's structure rather than just like a super blended, like buffed out look. Does that make sense? Let's do a wing. Today I'm going to be using the beloved NYC liquid eyeliner with like none of the, what is it called? I'm going to be using NYC liquid liner today, and it is so loved that the labeling is totally gone. Alright, now I'm going to do my winged liner, and let's hope I don't screw this whole thing up because then I'll have to start over. I'm going to go back with this brush that I've been using to buff everything out, pack a little more black on, and put my lashes on off camera, and I'll be right back. I just want to let you guys know that I understand that my eyes look like they're two completely different shapes, because they are. I have two really differently shaped lids. So one of my eyes, like, which one? This one? It's like opposite on camera. This eye is always going to look like it's a little smaller than this eye. And this lid looks like it's coming up a little more, but I promise it's not. It looks normal off camera. I put on my lashes, but you can't like really tell that I have lashes on because my eyes are so dark. But when you turn to the side, you can see. They're there. Now we're going to prime the face. I'm going to use the Too Faced Hangover Primer. With this look, I prefer a more full coverage foundation, so usually I would use the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea, and now I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way. I'm going to take this beauty sponge by Morphe. It was like $8 and it gets way bigger than the Beauty Blender. I personally like it a little bit better, but I'm just gonna tap my foundation on and just blend it on in. Now I'm gonna grab my Tarte Shape Tape and dot this under my eye. Okay, now that our face is flawless and concealed, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with the Jane Iredale Loose Matte Translucent Powder. I was gonna do bronzer next, but I cannot stand how my brows look right now. So I'm gonna fill in my brows. This is the Jane Iredale Retractable Brow Pencil. This is the darkest brown, by the way. And after my brows are filled in, I'm gonna go ahead and put some Gimme Brow on top of them just to secure them and to deepen up the inner corner a little bit without using a harsh pencil. I'll be bronzing today with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, which is definitely in need of replacing. I've been really loving bronzing and contouring with the M143 by Morphe. I feel like a fan brush just is already right where it needs to go, so why make it any harder on yourself? Today I'm going to be using Exposed by Tarte. My highlight today is an oldie but a goodie. It's also been my mirror the whole time I've been doing this smoky eye. It is Mary Luminizer by The Balm. I like to wait until like right before I'm done with my makeup to do my under eyes. I feel like this is the first part of my makeup besides like my nose and chin that starts to wear off and smear and kind of get patchy. So I like to prolong it as long as possible so it'll last longer throughout the day. I'm gonna grab Chickadee on this little flat shader brush and just blend it right into my lower lash line. Then I'm gonna take Top Notch, that's that ColourPop shade, and do the same thing, except I'm not gonna go all the way in this time. I'm gonna leave this little corner blank. And then I'm not gonna do black on the under eye because I'm going to do black eyeliner. So I'm just gonna take a super dark brown shade. I believe this is, yes, this is Embark by MAC. And I'm gonna do the outer corner. And then it's basically Chickadee, Top Notch, and then this is where Embark starts. So it's a little bit of like an ombre, but it keeps your eye open. I'm gonna take a brush with no product on it. This is the M431 from Morphe, and I'm just gonna blend and buff this out a little bit. No harsh lines. And if I can find it, I'm gonna take some black eyeliner, just like a pencil liner, and line my lower and upper waterline with it. Alright you guys, all that's left is lips and setting spray, and today I'm going to be using this ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Game On. Alright you guys, this is the finished look. I hope you learned something, and I know this is a little bit different than Desi's, but isn't that the point? We're all different makeup artists, we got different techniques. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the thumbs up button if you love this video and you want me to make more like this. Also, shout out to my new extensions, and also I don't have pink hair anymore. I'm rambling, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. What was this? Why did I just do this? Bye guys. Alright. I feel like on pale skin, you need really warm transition. That is why I use warm transition. You're gonna look like you have a bruise that is like slowly healing, but still black at first, and then we're gonna clean it up and then put foundation on, and it's gonna look amazing. Okay, I'm gonna, what? Okay, so we've got our black foundation on. Black foundation, what? What the fuck is black foundation? What is labeling, I guess? Packaging? No, like the label is like rubbed off. What do you call that? Or I can't do it. I'm gonna then take a brush with no product on it. This is they